Thank you so much for requesting this powerful free training from Lead to Listing, the listing agent blueprint for attracting home sellers with lead magnets. This works like crazy, and you're going to love this training. And you're living proof that it works. You requested a lead magnet, and now you're here on this page. You're watching this training, and you've received or will receive this in your inbox. In fact, you'll receive it within about 4 minutes. So be sure to check for junk and spam. Let's get into it right away and really take full advantage of our limited time here together. I'm going to go through this really quickly so that you're getting a ton of value out of it, and I'm just happy to be a resource to you. So let's go ahead and get started. And I'll make my image a little smaller here. So why listings? Why do we focus on listings? Well, listings are the only scalable and leverageable side of the transaction. I know from years of working with sellers compared to working with buyers, I could travel, I could enjoy my schedule by focusing on listings. And if I was working with buyers, I couldn't travel really too easily. And I really couldn't work with many people at any given moment. At best, I could work with one, maybe two live buyers who wanted to look at real estate over the weekend or on a given day. But with my listings, I could have 20 or 25 active and pending listings and take great care of all those people, all while traveling, all while really keeping control of my schedule. So listings are the only scalable and leverageable side of the transaction. You just can't really market your buyers, but you always are marketing your listings. And so in marketing your listings, you're obviously putting your name out there, demonstrating that you're a knowledgeable, skillful, local expert. Lawn signs, your outbound marketing, you're able to generate more leads, you pick up some buyers, you pick up new home sellers, you build your reputation in your local market area, all based on having listings. So everything that we do is to generate listing interest. And if buyers show up, that's great. We're happy to service them, hand them off to our agents on our team. But we don't spend a dime or a minute marketing to try to find buyers. We only spend time and energy and money focusing on attracting sellers. So let's continue. One of my favorite mantras is we don't chase our ideal clients chase us down. How do you get your people to chase you down? The exact people you want to work with. And if you're doing agent attraction, same thing. How do you get your ideal people to pick up the phone and call you, shoot you a text, send you an email? How do you get that to happen? Well, the best way for us to get out of chase mode and into response mode is by having lead magnets. And so we're going to go into that in great depth today. Here's a step-by-step guide of what we're going to cover. Step 1, how you create irresistible lead magnets. Step 2, how you market those lead magnets. Step 3, how to capture your seller leads. Step 4, obviously fulfilling on your promise to give them that lead magnet. How do you deliver that lead magnet to that seller prospect? Step 5, how do you stay in touch and nurture to convert more opportunities into actual listings? So let's keep going. Just a quick intro. My name is Kevin Cahill. My wife Lisa and I have been in this business a long time. I got my real estate license in 1999. I've been a managing broker and corporate executive since 2009. Lisa has been a CPA since 1993. She remains a CPA to this day. And she joined me as a real estate salesperson in 2012. We created our own brokerage in 2013, successfully exited that company by merging it into a large publicly traded company in 2023. And we focus right now on building out systems for real estate agents through a program we call Realty Funnels, and we'll talk more about that at the very end. Stick around because you're going to have everything you need before the end of this training. You'll just be able to get running on it full speed. So step one, create those irresistible lead magnets. And by the way, you're looking at an irresistible lead magnet. It's beautiful. It's really great. I put it together. It converts like crazy. It gets me my exact right people raising their hand and getting into conversation with me, which is our goal for you as well. We want to help you save a lot of time and hassle by creating the right mindset for you to then go out and leverage the best strategies and tools so that you can grow a business that you really love. The focus here is that we're going to stop paying for overpriced leads. We're not going to fund those big companies that are simply trying to wedge themselves between us and our ideal clients. That's all they're doing. Zillow, Realtor.com, Homes.com, Redfin, Trulia, Real Estate Book, Realty Track, all these different companies are simply putting out a lead magnet, meaning their website, their portal, and they're trying to attract our ideal clients and then sell them to us. Well, let's just sidestep that and go directly to our ideal clients and get them to raise their hand to us. My number one concern about these portals is that they're marketing properties for sale. You know, that's their lead magnet, available homes, info about properties, pricing, and all that type of stuff. Overwhelmingly, they are attracting buyers and then selling those leads to 16 or 20 local agents all at the same time. When you do it right, you'll have lead magnets that will help you attract local sellers. Here are just some of, but these are our 4 best selling or best performing lead magnets. 1, how much is my home worth? You know, so you send out a lead magnet that says, get a free home market valuation. What is your home worth in today's market? They give you their property address. Next step, they're going to give you their name, email address, and phone number. Where should I send the report? That's our number 1 seller attractor. Then the others are all equally helpful. It just depends on what market you're in, what's the local demographic, what are people doing in my local market area. And there are others as well. So you've got the 10 do-it-yourself home staging ideas that help to get a home sold fast, 7 huge mistakes that first-time sellers make, 7 tips to a fast home sale. But we also have other lead magnets that are really helpful for attracting sellers. And that might be, you know, how to exit your apartment building, how to sell your multifamily property, how to sell your duplex. Whatever that might be in your local market area, you can create a seller lead magnet that is going to bring you exactly and specifically who you want to work with. So what do? You build your lead magnet. And for example, the presentation I'm sharing with you, I built that on Canva. So you go into Canva, you can get all sorts of fantastic images from Pexels.com. Canva also has AI where they can create images for you. What you want to do is start by focusing on your niche and your unique value proposition and have it dialed into your local market area. Now, a lot of people like ChatGPT or Grok or whatever other Claude, Gemini, whatever it is you're using. If you're comfortable with that, just go in there and ask it to create some lead magnets for you to attract home sellers, and they'll come up with some great ideas for you. And that can give you a resource that might be helpful as well. Now, if you're not completely design friendly, experienced, techie, whatever that might be, you can go to Upwork and Fiverr. Spend, $30. You're going to have somebody who can build this out for you and have it turned around to you in a couple days. So then once you have your lead magnet created, you need to get it out there so that your ideal people are engaging with you. So how do we go about that? Well, we like to focus on leading with revenue. And that starts by doing all the free stuff that we could possibly be doing first. And then once we know that that's all working and converting at a high level, then we'll pour some gas on it with some paid ads. But we don't do the paid ads until we know that that lead magnet is actually getting me who I want. So we focus on email, social media posting, and then also on your lawn signs. You should definitely have some type of call to action on your lawn sign above, your local phone number. A great lead magnet on your lawn sign, and I'll get into this in just another minute, but lawn signs are great, open houses are great, and then of course you're going to get on to Google and Facebook type ads as well. Now the key here is that you're building a pipeline. You want to position yourself as the go-to local market expert in your area. And you need to nurture all the leads. I've been coaching real estate agents for about 23 years, and everybody wants more leads. The challenge is they actually want more now leads. Give me people who will do something this week. Well, it's a very hard thing to do because most of those people by that point have connected with somebody. You might happen upon a few, but if you're wanting to generate $100,000 in a single month like Lisa and I have done, we had a brand new agent, brand new to the business, just got his real estate license. We taught him this strategy. He was able to have $232,000 of gross commission income in his first 12 months. Second year, he poured the gas on it with paid ads, and he generated $374,000 of gross commission income. This is the strategy. You need to be nurturing people along the way because some will buy now, some will sell now, some will sell later, some are going to buy and sell now, whatever that might be. The people that you want to work with right now, you probably met them 6 months ago and either did nothing to nurture and convert them, or somebody jumped in and did a better job and nurtured and converted them better, and now they're working with them. So this is really a long game that you're playing, but it can very quickly deliver. So let's jump into this. Email campaigns. You want to craft the perfect 9-word email, and I have another training on the 9-word email as well, that you can then send out to your sphere and past clients. Because those people already know you, like you, and trust you, and would send you business if only they thought of you more frequently. So you can stay in front of them with that perfect 9-word email, which you're going to then massage to be appropriate to your local market area. But the gist of it is something along the lines of, is there a way that I could be of service to you today? Very simple. Then you want to do a similar type of strategy with social media posting so you can reach your sphere of influence, your friends, family, colleagues. And you want to create curiosity. Get them leaning in, curious about what it is you're working on. They'll root for you. They'll cheer for you. They'll be excited for you. But in essence, you want to actually create curiosity so that they engage with you. And then invite them to request your resource. Once that's working well, of course, you want to make sure you have this on your lawn sign. So you're going to have QR codes on your lawn sign. Get the value of your home, click here. Or text Home One to your phone number with an autoresponder system so that they can get price and photos instantly from their car while they're driving by. These are all ways in which you're using that home as a lead magnet. Some people driving by are buyers, but others are thinking about selling, want to know what that home is going for. They want to know if that home is already under contract, how realistic was that price. A lot of different ways you can leverage your lawn sign and the riders and the different pieces of footprint on your lawn sign to take advantage of that listing as a tool to springboard your business. Additionally, open houses. When people come into your open house, just have various offers for them on the dining room table or the kitchen counter where they can sign up for your free weekly deal of the week alert. Or you can partner with local lenders or title reps to be additional resources. And then what you're doing is you're capturing their contact information in a low-key way by demonstrating your local knowledge, skill, and experience. Now, typically every 2 years, the National Association of Realtors does a home seller survey, And overwhelmingly, home sellers are looking for three things when they're selecting a real estate agent: knowledge, skill, and experience. So they're looking about somebody who is a local knowledge expert, skill in applying that local knowledge to advise and guide consumers, and then experience. They've done it before, they're very adept at it, they have past clients who are satisfied. So you're just simply wanting to leverage your lawn sign and your open houses to gather more of your ideal local consumers. Okay, Facebook, Instagram, easy to get set up if you're a little techie, but well worth the effort if you're not. So you go in, set up your Meta Ads Manager account. You're going to upload ad text and then add images. And housing ads are a special category, so you're not able to market to specific age brackets. You have to market to anybody above 18 years old, so that's a little bit of a problem with Facebook and Instagram. But you are allowed to target geographically, and so that could be a helpful way to take full advantage of Facebook and Meta. You can select the lead forms ad, and those types of ads are where on the platform, Facebook and Meta, or Facebook and Instagram, they already know who this person is seeing your ad. So they're able to just say, yes, I want that resource, and they auto-populate the form with that person's information. So that's the best way to do it. If you did a landing page ad, you would need to put a pixel on your landing page. It gets complicated, so just stick with the lead form ads. Your prospect doesn't have to fill out the form. They simply agree to share that contact information with you. Then you just deliver the resource to the prospect, and then you drive your prospect to the resource thank you page. Similarly, when you're running Google search ads, you're going to create a Google Ads Manager account, upload ad text and ad media. There you're going to select a PMAX campaign for maximum audience signal targeting, because you can search for their intent. Have they been on YouTube lately looking up home pricing information? Have they been on Google asking who is the best local real estate agent, top local real estate agents near me, best real estate agents near me? PMAX campaigns will use that type of data to put you in front of those exact types of people. Far better targeting, far better performance on these, because you're able to base it on other preferences and interests that they might have. And demographically, you could be focusing on people who are more affluent. You could be focusing on people who are corporately, high-ranking executive types. Just whatever you want to do. I love Google. Facebook is a little less that way. So again, you're going to drive your prospects to a landing page, and because they didn't already fill out a form, they're going to fill out that form on your landing page. You're going to then deliver the resource to the prospect, and then you're going to take them to a thank you page. And both on the Facebook and Instagram, you're taking them to a thank you page, and then again on the Google, you're taking them to a thank you page, and there you're able to share with them, here are my active listings, here are my past solds, here's something about me, here's a video about me, here's a bunch of testimonials from satisfied clients. You can see all my 5-star reviews here on Google local search. You can do all sorts of things inside of that thank you page to ingratiate yourself with that prospect. Okay, so now you've captured their contact information. Let's talk about what that means. You've got the ads running, you're taking them to a landing page. Let's see how that is all set up. So you're trying to capture the lead's contact information, and imagine it's a hurdle out on the track, and so you're wanting to jump over that hurdle, which is to give you their information. Sometimes less is more. You want to make it easy for them to connect with you, to request this lead magnet from you. So sometimes first name is all you need, and an email address, because you're going to send it somewhere. But if you can get the last name, great. If you can get their phone number, great. Would you ask for their address? I wouldn't. They'll give it to you when they're ready to give it to you. All you really need is an email address. You can make everything else optional, but ask for it. Make it optional. Make the email the only one that isn't optional, and then see how much information you're able to get. The lower you can keep that bar, the more that pipeline is going to be full and flowing. So what do you need? You need a complete lead magnet funnel, which is pretty straightforward. Most real estate agents know about funnels. You're going to have a landing page. And what you want to do is on that landing page, show them the exact same lead magnet that they saw on your ad on Facebook or on Google. Yep, that's the report I want. I'm here. Great. So if they have to fill out a form there, they're going to fill it out because I want that report. If it's a thank you page, then they're going to go to it because on Facebook they've already given you their contact information. The lead capture form, again, just keep that bar of entry low for them to opt in. And then you're going to then take them to a thank you page. Now all of this stuff is pretty straightforward to build. It's not too complicated, but these are the core pieces. A landing page, put the lead capture form on that for the Google ads. You don't need that landing page or the lead capture form for Facebook. You just need to take them to the thank you page. You're going to then email them as well the report. And so you're going to have that system where you attach that to an email. Here's the PDF. It's attached. Thank you so much. If ever I could be a resource to you, happy to be a resource. Now, if you want to attach a video to that email, great. If you want to put a video on the landing page, I think it's a no-brainer. You should definitely be doing everything you can so that they are growing in their know, like, and trust elements of working with you. Okay, how do you deliver your lead magnet to the seller? Let's make sure that you fulfill on your promise. You're going to get them that lead magnet. So add that contact to the database. When you add that contact to your database, you want to add an appropriate tag. They filled out this form, or they are a possible seller lead, or they inquired about my property, 123 Main Street, or they visited me at my open house last weekend at 1122 Boogie Woogie Avenue. Whatever that is, add an appropriate tag so that you can start to build that database in a very powerful, effective way. Step 2, email the PDF to the prospect. Off it goes. Just deliver that. It should get to them right away. Step 3, alert the prospect to check spam. And you can do that via a text message if they gave you their phone number. If they didn't give it to you, they're not going to get the text, but that's okay. You want to have it built out anyway, that they're going to get a text message from you. And a thank you page. So thank you so much for downloading or requesting my free report. Be sure to check junk and spam. By the way, my name's Kevin Cahill. I'm a local real estate agent. Happy to be a resource to you. So you can have all that on your thank you page. And then begin the nurture campaign. So you want to have your system automatically trigger the follow-up automation so that you're staying in front of those people. For example, we have a 2-year follow-up campaign that we use. 96 unique messages. So 4 messages a month, 48 messages a year. They don't go out every week, but they go out 4 times a month. And so we're staying in front of our past clients, our sphere of influence, any leads that we've met. And when the time is right, they just pick up the phone and call us, they text us, they shoot us an email, whatever that might be. We want to stay in front of them with a really robust follow-up campaign. Okay, so you need to test everything. You want to make sure it works. There's nothing worse than people feeling like they gave you their contact information and didn't get what you promised them they would get, which is the free report. So go to your landing page, request your own lead magnet, check the workflow, make sure that you're going to your own thank you page. Make sure the resource is delivered to you, email and text, and you could send a link to it in a text because a lot of people just open it up on their phone. Open it. Check for a quality experience. Make sure that it actually looks great. Make sure that their contact information is added to your database. and then also verify that the follow-up automation is triggered, and then just wash, rinse, and repeat for each new lead magnet. So once you have this automation built once, just clone it and change what it is that is being delivered and just relabel it. So if you have one for comparative market analysis and you want to send one out for the 10 do-it-yourself home staging things, or 5 quick ways to improve your curb appeal, you're just taking that same workflow that works and just duplicating it, changing the deliverable, adding some different tags, and off you go. The first one takes you the longest. The rest of them are pretty much wash, rinse, and repeat. It won't take you long at all to get those going. Okay, then stay in touch. Let's talk about your nurture and conversion campaign so that you're getting more listings throughout the next 12 months, 24 months for the rest of your career. You really want to make certain that you have that follow-up campaign built out so that you are positioning yourself as a local market expert. It's the number one thing that home sellers are looking for, according to the National Association of Realtors biennial survey of home sellers. They want local market experts who are knowledgeable, skillful, and experienced. You want to demonstrate professionalism and skill. In essence, you're on the job interview before you go for the job interview. They're looking at how your stuff looks. They're looking at how you carry yourself. Is this somebody that we would like as our ambassador for getting our home sold for top dollar? Is this somebody who could represent our expensive home, our luxury home? Anybody who's selling their home, it's typically their most valuable asset, but the affluent home sellers are especially attuned to quality and the look and the feel of all your materials. So you want to make certain that you are putting yourself out there in a great way. Now, a solid 2-year follow-up campaign is going to just work on autopilot. You just put them into your system so that it's just working and keeping you in front of those people so that you build that know, like, and trust, and you're staying top of mind. Over and over again, we hear about how real estate agents who helped somebody buy a home aren't the agents who then help them sell that home. Why? They abandoned that buyer, and then when they're sellers, they just don't have a relationship with them anymore. So you need to stay top of mind. Text messages, huge way to stay top of mind as well. You can offer to be a resource. You can share helpful local information as well. Phone calls to build the relationship. Local market updates, what's active, pending, and sold in their local market area, in their subdivision, in their condo building, near their golf course, whatever that might look like. Monthly newsletters are hugely helpful. Your new listing and price reduction alerts, you want to definitely be sending that out to all of your local fans. Get them to be raving fans. Become the person that they think of when they think of real estate in your local market area. Invitations to your open houses. We know one local real estate agent. She does these amazing open houses. She has a friend who has Australian Labradoodles, and she has a few of those Labradoodle puppies. So here's a breeder, friend of the realtor. She'll go to the open house, bring 3 puppies that need to get adopted. Kids are sitting on the couch petting these cute little adorable Labradoodles while mom and dad are looking around the house. Maybe they're not in the market for a Labradoodle, but the kid was entertained. It's a phenomenal open house experience. So be sure to invite everybody to your open houses and make them special events. And then recently sold home alerts. Again, just positioning you as somebody who's out there getting the job done. How can you stand out? How do you set yourself apart? And this is all about your unique value proposition. And I have another training on creating a unique value proposition that brings in your ideal home seller clients. So what is it that you do to stand out? You must be the best option. I can't tell you how many times other real estate agents have hired me to help their kids sell a home. They've said, Kevin, I just need to keep the peace with my daughter-in-law. I don't want my son angry at me. over Thanksgiving. Can you list their home and I don't even want a referral fee? Yeah, I'll be happy to. And thank you so much. What a compliment. I appreciate the opportunity to help your family. Well, they don't need to make 10 grand off their kids selling a home, but they do want their kids to have a great experience selling their home. They just don't want to run the risk that anything goes sideways and now they've damaged their very valuable relationship with their daughter-in-law and son. You've got to be that best option for everyone in your local market area. Local market knowledge, overwhelmingly, as I mentioned, home sellers are looking for people who just know the local market inside and out. One of my favorite stories of picking up millions of dollars of sales volume, hundreds of thousands of dollars of gross commission income, is that I just know every home available in my local market area. And if I'm at a neighborhood event, if I'm at a block party, if I'm at some type of thing going on in my community and somebody asks me about a house, I absolutely know what they're talking about. Hey, Kevin, have you seen that house over there, 123 Main Street? Yep, beautiful red brick Georgian. I was just in it last Tuesday. It's gorgeous. The master bathroom's incredible. Well, if you know your local market like that, husband and wife, partners, couples, they're looking at each other saying, we just found our real estate agent. You need to have that local knowledge capability, that insight, that understanding of what's happening in the local market area. And you also need to just position yourself that you're happy to be a resource. Like that woman who had me take care of her son and daughter-in-law's home sale. She knew that I was a great resource, always a great fellow real estate agent to her. And when the time was right, she knew I was happy to be a resource, and I was thankful for that opportunity as well. Highlight your active listings, so you could be sending out emails saying, I've got this property, that property, and this property currently on the market. If you know anybody who's thinking of selling, if you know anybody who's thinking of buying, of course, keep these properties in mind. You can then also focus on your recent transaction. We just sold this home. We just sold that home. We just sold this other home. What I always focus on is demonstrating that my average days on market is way below the MLS average. Now, whatever your average days on market is, probably it's lower than the average. And highlight that if it is. Your list price to sale price ratio. If you're getting 99% or 101% or 97% of your list price as the sale price, that's probably better than the MLS. The MLS average nationally is about 94%. So highlight that when people hire you, they're getting 3%, 7% more than the local MLS average list price to sale price ratio. And then your seller success rate as a percentage. So Lisa and I, when we focus on home sellers, and of course we don't work with many buyers and sellers at all anymore. We just hand everything off to our team members. But we would talk about how 98% of our listings sold last year. And the 2% that didn't, it was one transaction where the guy said, Kev, I need to take my home off the market. My brother needs to rent it from me for a few months. I hope that doesn't mess up anything. I'm like, hey, that's fine. Totally understandable. When you're ready, I just want to be the guy who's there to list it for you when you are ready. Tell that story. The MLS average, even at the height of the market, when everything seemed to be going over asking price, still it was like 65% of listings sold. The other 35% were overpriced, junk, garbage, people that were out looking weren't taking those properties seriously, and so those homes failed to sell. So your seller success rate, definitely you want to be talking about that in your marketing. All right. Next steps. You have everything you need right now. You can put all this to work. I hope this has been inspiring and helpful for you. What you need to do now is just get to work. Sellers are the only leads that truly move the needle in your business. And you need to have as much seller business as you can if you want to achieve any sort of time freedom. mobility, if you want to be able to travel for a few weeks and not worry that you're leaving all the money on the table, you need to be focused on sellers. So get to work, build the lead magnets, stay true to your local market, your expertise, and your niche. Test different versions to see which ones convert best. I've been a real estate agent now in 3 different market areas. I began my career in Cleveland, Ohio. I lived in Shaker Heights, Ohio, and Cleveland Heights, Ohio, where I was really in love with the 1920s mansions. They were gorgeous. They were built by architects. So and I love architecture. I studied architecture in high school and college as well. So I love architecture. I loved all these historic old homes. So I positioned myself as a historic homes expert. I actually joined the National Trust for Historic Preservation. I took a certificate program with them. I became a historic homes expert accredited by the National Trust for Historic Preservation. And so when I went into these older homes, I could say, oh, this is a Mead and Hamilton design. They'd be like, how do you know that? I said, well, I love all these old homes. Listing's done. It's like, you've got the listing. The other 3 agents that they had in the home, they didn't understand this about the home. Then I became a managing broker and spent a number of years running offices in Tampa Bay and Sarasota, Florida. And then my wife and I created our own company there, and we were back in the trenches selling real estate, and we crushed it. We were having a great time with that, generating about $100,000 a month in GCI. And we focused on high-end affluent waterfront homes on the Gulf of Mexico. Totally fun. Well, if somebody would give me a property address, I knew exactly what orientation they were to the sun, to the sunset, what the quality of the view was at their home. I knew everything about that. So you have to be a local market expert. And now I'm in Seattle, Washington with the mountain views. And so if I look out my window right over there, I have a view of Mount Rainier. That's fantastic. But that's due southeast of my home. If I go into a different area, it's sort of southeast. And so it all depends on where you are. Can you see Mount Rainier, or how close are you to Puget Sound, or are you able to see some of the other Cascade Range mountains? Just be true to who you are, your niche, who you're trying to attract. Build the materials that would attract the people who will like working with you. Then build the landing pages. So put together the landing page, the lead form, together that contact information, the thank you page that highlights your expertise. Actually could get them to book a call with you right now, grab time on your calendar. That should all be on those landing pages and the thank you page. Then build the delivery system so that you can engage your prospect as they engage you. If they're sending you a text, if they're requesting this on their phone, if they're driving by a lawn sign and they text you, then you want to text them right back the resource. You don't want to take them off of the system. So if they're texting you, text them back. If they're texting you and you take them to an email, it's like, well, where's the connection there? So you want to have a system that does both email and texting so that whichever way you're getting the lead, you can engage the lead. And then build that follow-up system as well. Immediate notification so that you're getting an alert on your phone. Hey, somebody just requested my free report, 10 things to do to get your home ready for the market. Cool. Oh, hi, Bob. Kevin Cahill. I see that you just requested my free report, 10 things to do to get your home ready for the market. And simply following up with you to make certain you got that. Okay, you did? Great. Glad you got it. Look, happy to be a resource to you. This is my cell phone number. If ever I can answer any questions for you, just know that you can text me here, pick up the phone, call me here. Just wanting to be a resource to you in any way that I can. Great. Hey, listen, before I let you go, if you don't mind my asking, what was it that prompted you to request that free report? And they will tell you. And the conversation starts and off you go. It's the easiest system in the world. Just build that so that you can immediately engage with those people, and then you're able to nurture and engage with those people who are not ready to do something now, but will do something with you when the time is right, if only they remember your name, if only they can think of you. Your job is to get as many people thinking of you when they think of real estate. One of my very favorite trainings that I ever attended back in 2003, Dave Jenks came on stage and he said, my success in real estate, that's the letter R, is in direct proportion to the number of people, and that's a lot of people, who when they think of real estate, they think of me. That's what you're doing here with these lead magnets. All right, look, if this sounds like what you want and you're just too busy, we can totally help you with that. And it would be my honor and my privilege to become a help to you. So let me just tell you, this is the approach that our top performing real estate agents take. They look at what their time is worth. They find some people who are doing what they want to accomplish, and they say to themselves, that is a great use of my money, is to get them to do it so that my time is not bogged down trying to do a new thing. One of my very favorite quadrants that I've ever built is this Eisenhower matrix right here, helping you understand that you should be staying in your strength zone, doing what only you can do. What is the best use of your time? Overwhelmingly, for the real estate agents who are earning, $500,000 a year, $800,000 a year, $1.2 million a year, they are talking with home sellers as often as possible. And they are outsourcing everything else that needs to get done to make money, but that others can be doing for them. And so that's our focus here, is we just take all the frustrating tech off of your plate. We help you implement the systems. We help you create custom automations. All of this done for you inside of Realty Funnels. You can visit realtyfunnels.com to learn more. Obviously, you want to do as much of the work that you can that will fund your robust lifestyle so that you're doing what only you can do with your family, with your passions, with your hobbies, philanthropy, giving back in your local area, staying healthy, staying fit and vibrant. I can't go to the gym for you. So you need to do all that type of stuff for yourself, but I can help you with all this frustrating tech. And Realty Funnels is a powerful system that I built to solve my own problems. And if you think it might be something that could help you as well, just visit realtyfunnels.com. You'll learn a lot more there. There are other free resources you can request there as well. And you can find me on YouTube. You can listen to our Realty Funnels podcast as well, where we interview top performing real estate agents and talk with them about the systems that they use to generate a ton of money while buying back their time. Here's the question. Do you want to solve the problem, or do you want the problem solved? Do you physically want to solve the problem, or do you want to just write a check, put down a credit card, and get the problem solved for you? That's the whole gist of what we're focusing on right here is, we've given you the tools. You can go off and solve this problem your own. You can just use the systems that you have and get this powerful lead magnet system working in your business so that you're shifting toward more of a seller-based business, shifting away from buyer-reliant, focusing your business on seller attraction. Or you could just connect with us and we'll help you solve the problem and we'll take the headache off your shoulders. So I invite you to just connect with us. Go to realtyfunnels.com. Getting started with us is super easy. Our tech is super easy for you to leverage. If I could, and I'm close, if I could make it so that you didn't even need to log on, you wouldn't need to log on. We're close. We're almost there. And if you didn't need to learn a new system, you won't have to learn a new system. And we're pretty close there. There's just a few things you need to do to make this system work for you, but we get you set up very quickly and easily. We've built out everything for you. Onboarding is so fast and you'll just be quick to value. You'll understand that the system works really quickly. And the leads will just start flowing to you and you'll have your ideal clients chasing you down. Thank you so much for watching this training. And I just invite you to connect with us soon. Visit realtyfunnels.com to learn more. I'm Kevin Cahill. Thank you so much. See you soon.